Okay, so the Forza Horizon 6 video you're about to watch isn't the regular sort of AR12 Forza Horizon 6 video. The day that we were allowed to share all of this gameplay, I booted up my stream and started talking about Forza Horizon 6 as we went on a tour of Japan, exploring all the regions, some of the best roads, and some absolutely beautiful and breathtaking areas. And while I did it, I answered a bunch of questions from chat. And that's what this video is. Pop it on in the background, take a look at Japan. A ton more Forza Horizon 6 gameplay is on the way, so make sure you subscribe and be on the lookout for it. I hope you enjoy the video. In the preview build, there are only so many things that we're actually allowed to show. I shouldn't say allowed to show, more are able to show, and one of those limitations was the estate, and one of the other one was Legend Island. We could not go to either of those places. We weren't allowed to go far enough into the wristband process, which is how you unlock those two areas. I will say, my favorite part of the customization that I was able to experience was the new K-Car engine swaps. There are motorcycle engine swaps in Forza Horizon 6, and without a doubt, the coolest thing by far is I don't know what the engine swap is. It can rev to 18,000 RPM. It's fast, like really fast. There's Tokyo City, by the way. So sick, dude. How cool is Tokyo City? How is the progression? Is it like Horizon 1? The progression is better. I feel like the developers tried to walk a fine line. The cars that you are allowed to use in your races, in your actual wristband races, are limited in terms of the classes that you can use, but you still get money very quickly. Kind of like Hot Wheels DLC? Yeah, similar to that. Do you think the map is better than FH3? Without a doubt. I do not mean this as an exaggeration. This is, without a doubt, the best Forza Horizon map ever made, and it's not even close. I'm a fan of the UK, but this map blows it out of the water for a couple of reasons. Number one, oh, there was that cool Mitsubishi again. The amount of love and, what do I want to call it? Attention to detail and just effort that the developers put in Forza Horizon 6, they say there are 673 roads. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a blatant lie. There are way more than that. As we're driving around, look at all the little offshoots that are not on the map. It was something I mentioned in my interview to the developers. I was like, I actually don't know why they didn't include all the little things on the map. When you get into the hills, you will notice that there are a ton of offshoots that just go into the hills and kind of are like either dead ends or cut throughs. None of those are on the map. The developers basically said they want people to find some of those naturally. I don't want to speak for the developers, but kind of trying to read between the lines, it's like they don't want you to be encouraged to cut the corners, but you can cut the corners because, well, it's kind of like an if you know sort of thing. Also, that was a cool little village. Did you record the car list? No, the full car list was not something that we could see. So I did not do the car list. Is this the spring? Oh yeah. So I guess I should mention that. This is the spring season. So you'll notice as we're driving around, you'll see the cherry blossoms. Those like kind of, what's the word? I don't know enough about plants. Come out, bloom in the spring. You'll also notice some of the areas as we get further north, the grass is more of like a gray brown because it had snow on it in the winter. As I'm saying that, as we're driving through, you'll notice that, oh, we've arrived at Ebisu. As we're driving through and the more south we get, you'll see more and more of the plants start to come alive and like start to grow and get bigger and bigger and bigger and so on. Also, how cool is this area, dude? In our build, we only had one time attack circuit unlocked for us. I would assume this will be another time attack circuit. Also, those are the cars I have. Oh, so chat, do you want a fun fact? Yesterday was going to be my day for taking all the photos, recording gameplay like this, and so on and so forth. That was going to be my day yesterday. I go turn on my Xbox yesterday, failed to sync your gameplay. Save deleted. So I had to go in first thing in the morning, replay through everything, try to buy as many cars as I could to take as many photos and unlock as much as I could. So this gameplay here, this gameplay was actually recorded an hour ago because I spent all day yesterday trying to earn as much money as possible. So you will notice I don't have as many cars as you'll see in the YouTube videos. Driving physics? Yeah, let me talk about the physics. If you like the physics from Forza Horizon 4 or 5, whatever, you will like the physics here. I will say they do feel slightly different. I noticed, though, the brakes feel a little different. How sick does Mount Fuji look, dude? I don't want to call it more arcadey or more sim or anything like that. What I will say, and I said it in my video that I posted, when you are driving around, the brakes were more, or I guess less forgiving is probably the correct term to use. I found that a lot of the time in Forza Horizon 5, you can go into a braking zone, you can get on the brakes super, super late, and you'll be okay. In this game, it feels as if you will get punished. I'd have to experiment with more cars to see if that's a consistent thing. But, you know, take it as you will, based off my first impressions. And now we get to this. I think you might like this road, chat. If you are a fan of Initial D, you will recognize this road. On top of everything that I said about just the map being incredible and glorious and filled with all of these details, they also filled it with references. And it doesn't take away from the gameplay. It's an if you know sort of deal. And this is just awesome. So cool. I guess I should also mention, in case you were wondering, all of the cars that you see me driving in this, except for the Miata, basically as they come from the aftermarket shop. Look at that lookout, by the way. That's sick. Cool parking garage, not on the map. All of the cars pretty much that I purchased were straight up just from the aftermarket. Basically, those are cars that you can find on the side of the road. And if you've got enough money, you can buy them. They come pre-tuned with upgrades. So this Supra, all I did to it is put the rear wing on, put the wide body on, and left everything else stock. Cat says, did you play on Series X or PC? So this, I probably should have mentioned that earlier. Thank you for reminding me. This preview build was limited to Xbox Series consoles, Xbox Series S or X. The developers also limited or locked it to quality mode. So the gameplay you're actually watching is 30 FPS 4K. Who's May? Oh, May's one of the characters. So very early on, you'll meet two characters in the game, Jordy and May. May is kind of like the Japanese car expert person, car customizer, builder person, will explore Japan with you. Jordy's kind of the racer. You spend the vast majority of your time at May's house. Hank says, wait, are all the trees breakable? Yep. Yeah, they are. Every single tree. Well, correction. Pause. Almost every single tree is breakable. There are a few select ones that aren't. Like, I was driving in a tiny little village, and there was some monster cherry blossoms. Like, monster cherry blossoms. You couldn't take those ones down. But in, like, the forest like that, yeah, you can take them down, bro. I guess we've reached that portion of the video where I've jumped into this Miata. I have an entire video about this Miata, and I highly suggest you watch it. We go in, do all the customization. Hey, chat, you know the Sesto Elemento in Forza Horizon 5? This is that car. This car has 1,000 horsepower, and it weighs 2,000 pounds. And I know what you're thinking. Nick, that's a lot of horsepower, especially for something so light. I agree with you. The developers didn't, though, because with customization, you can give this 1,700 horsepower, and it only weighs 2,000 pounds. Also, you can fit it with the fattest rear wing and a monster front splitter. Watch my video on this if you want to see more about it. I did a top speed test with it, and, it was fast. Also, how sick is Tokyo City, dude? How sick. Chat says, is Forza Aero available for it? Chat, this is the Forza Aero available for it. What's the airport look like? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a follow-up question. Which one? Technically, there are 3. The glow-in-the-dark license plates are pretty cool, huh? Glow-in-the-dark plates are on Forza Editions only. There is an actual airport that's on the eastern side of the map, and it's a straight-up airfield. It reminded me very much of Forza Horizon 2. The Space Center is an actual space center. Chat says, the what? We'll go there in a second. Don't you worry. We'll go there. That is also an airport because when the space shuttles come into land, they need to land on a runway. That runway has a drag strip on. Chat, can I tell you about something bad about Forza Horizon 6? Something that I'm actually really not happy about? We were lied to. Dude, we were lied to. We were straight up lied to. At the Horizon Festival, there is also an airfield. The developers said it was a mile-long drag strip. That's a lie. It's a kilometer. Insert the meme here. Why are you giving me 0.6 of a mile again? It would have been nice to get a true mile. A little disappointing that we have a kilometer instead. Chat says, is there more than one festival? No, there's only one festival. Very similar to Forza Horizon 4. Oh, bikes? Yeah, no, bikes aren't a thing. Well, bikes are a thing, but you can't drive them. You can put them in your garage, and you'll see them around the map as, like, props. Is fast traveling free? Oh, yeah. So let me talk about the way the devs did map and exploring. So you'll notice as we're driving around, we are discovering the map. There is a fog of war in Forza Horizon 6. And as you drive around, you will discover more and more of the map. You'll see it every time I open the map. There's the Space Center, by the way, and the rocket ship. Pretty cool. But yeah, so there's a fog of war in the game, and you need to uncover the entire map by driving around. In this version of the game, fast traveling was free to any location that you had previously driven to. I would imagine that'll be the same in the full game when it eventually comes out. One of the things in my interview that I did with the developers, the thought process behind the actual map, it's really, really cool. They basically wanted to encourage people to go around the map and explore the map. Skill issue coming up. Didn't know that drop was there. Oh, my bad. Here's your drag strip, by the way. I believe this is the quarter mile. In this version of the game, I hadn't unlocked this drag strip just yet. Are the graphics better than FH6? I don't know, bud. You tell me. Are you just vibe driving now? Please don't say that ever again. In this preview build, I went in and built every new car that I was able to, which meant this Integra. I love this road. This is probably my favorite road in the entire game. Correction. Not this road. It's pretty with the cherry blossoms, dude. It's so nice looking, this game. I don't even know what to tell you, dude. It's so pretty. Do you want to see my favorite road? Chat, take a look at the minimap. I'm lucky, but the drift zone isn't going anywhere. Head back to the start. Say hello to my favorite road. Hello. That's my favorite road. Is that not the coolest thing? Auto shower, can you not show that? It wasn't in this version of the game, so I couldn't show it even if I wanted to. Believe me, I wanted to. I tried to figure out a way of showing it. There was no way of showing it. Are there any new Forza editions? Yes, there's lots. Well, right out of the gate, all the old Forza editions are gone. Those are no longer a thing. We have all new Forza editions. Can we pause this real quick? You want to see a Forza edition? Hey, chat, do you like big cars or small cars? What about both? What about both? Why not have both in one? That's a big car and a small car. Do you want to know the coolest part about that car? See the wheels? How they're massive? You can do rock crawling with it. I want to be careful of the way I describe this. What I'm about to say is from my experience, okay? I have not confirmed if this is something the developers have actually done. To me, it feels like the developers have completely redone suspension. Each individual tire on this car is an individual. So because that car is so tall and so lifted up, if you see a traffic car, you can just drive over them. If you see a curb, you can just pop your tires onto it. In my experience, that was the only car that it occurred on. I don't know if the developers reworked the entire suspension, but you will see my video when I drove that car. I was driving it like normal. I started it like a normal video, and then I crashed the car. And I go, whoa, that's crazy. I don't know if the developers reworked suspension on every single car, but it feels like, at least for those big off-roaders, the suspension is new. Geet says, how long does it take you on average to get from the top to the bottom of the map? I'll say it like this. Chat, when you're playing Forza Horizon 5, what's the longest route you've ever seen? Like right now, it's 2 miles, right? What's the longest route you've ever seen? I don't mean race. I mean just open world, start from the bottom and drive. 15 kilometers? You wanna know how many kilometers I saw in this game? 22. And I wasn't even at the bottom of the map. Oh, did I say kilometers? I meant miles. I was just out at the dockyard and I put a waypoint at the top of the map. 22 miles. DJ! Every time with this guy, huh? Every time. Anyways, welcome to the Alpine region, baby. Here you'll take a look and see another aftermarket car. This is the Hammerhead. Is it Jimco? So 35 kilometers? Yeah, sounds about right. With all of that being said, if you see anybody say online that this map is small, you have permission. Oh, somebody wants to know about the game install size. So, okay. Again, in full disclosure, this is not the full game. I can tell you how big the preview build is. I don't know how big the full game is. Basically, what I'm saying is clear off your hard drive. This preview build was 140 gigs. I don't know if the devs will do optimization and that will shrink by the time the game comes out, or if there is more to add and that will grow for the full game. I do not know. If that does end up being the full final size for FH6, I wouldn't at all be surprised if the game reaches 200 gigabytes at end of life for this game. Boys, welcome to the Alpine region and welcome to the ski hill, baby. Let's go. How cool is this area? Dude, I love this area. Again, in a lot of my videos, you'll see me just waffling on about doing races here. It is essentially Blizzard Mountain. Cat said, do the snow physics feel different? Slightly different. I don't know if that's overall physics changes. I don't know what tires this thing is on. I just jumped into this thing. Does the rain feel different? Rain definitely impacts your car. I was running time attack and an average lap time was 1 minute. When it was starting to rain, it was a 101. 102. Again, take that as you will. Yeah, can I talk about tire wear? Throughout all of my gameplay, I don't know how many videos I recorded on this. There is visual tire wear in Forza Horizon 6. Basically, the longer you drive a car, the more you'll wear your tires down and so on and so forth. I played in cosmetic damage and no damage. I didn't see it a single time. And I don't know if it's just simulation damage. I didn't try that. Dude, the views from up here are crazy. You can see the festival way in the distance over there. So sick. I'm just gonna let the game cook. How cool is that? Nothing like the rising sun over Japan. Cotton candy clouds. Bit of sunrise. As we head into the industrial area. The final thing I will say about Forza Horizon 6 based off my first impression. Forza Horizon 6 is a racing game that, at the end of the day, I think encourages you to go back to the roots. Just have fun with cars. And you will see exactly what I mean as we drive around the docks. Are these docks realistic? No, but have the devs poured a ton of passion and energy and details and just attention to detail, all with one focus, for the love of driving cars. And I think that's what Forza Horizon 6 does better than any other Forza Horizon game. They want you to have fun driving cars. At some points, yeah, it will take itself seriously. Yes. There is spec racing in the game, and there are leaderboards in the game, and the game encourages you to win. But probably more so than any of that, it encourages you to have fun with your car. For example, driving on the top of shipping containers, taking massive jumps off the top of the shipping containers, just because it's fun. And you haven't even seen the coolest thing yet. You know how people really wanted parking garages? Huh. If you're a fan of hosting car meets, I think you'll like this game. One of the things DJ spent a lot of his time doing is exploring Japan and categorizing all of the parking lots. There are big car lots like this that are multi-stories. There's little ones on the side of the road just for a couple of cars. Also, please ignore the lighting glitch on the ground. On the side of the road, scattered all around this map, is parking garage. I'm the type of person who wants to have fun with cars and doesn't really take the rest of the things too seriously. I like racing, I like competitive driving, I like sim racing and all of that, but I like having fun with cars. That's an industrial warehouse. There's absolutely no reason to have a ramp leading to the top of it. Except it'd be fun if there was. And it's just It's incredible how they did it. Say hello to the top of the warehouse. You can drive up here, and you're actually encouraged to drive around here. Ah, that was a lie. You're kind of encouraged to drive around here, okay? The developers had fun with it and messed around with it and put a bunch of fun elements in. And I absolutely love it. So to wrap this up, boys, we will jump from warehouse to cranes. That's so cool. And do you want to see the coolest jump of all I was able to find? The devs put this in, and they encourage you to hit it at speed and jump back into Tokyo City. God damn. I hope you enjoyed this tour of Japan. It is an absolutely beautiful, breathtaking game, and I have so many videos coming out about it. I cannot wait to show you. I hope you enjoy them. What a fantastic tour of Japan.